Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Becca, Sheila. Good morning, Marty. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Ralph. Good morning, Safe. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning. Let's get the show on the road. So, what we got going on here? We got ourselves selling pressure. Captain set up short with a retest, a switch trade, switch trade, switch trade, switch. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. And the market just sold off big time. So providing us with a deep channel. That's that deep channel right here. So the top end of it is 513, bottom end of it is 300 and lower. And we want to see how they handle the stop run under 367 first thing in the morning. So when we look at the opening range, we see that the market has an opening range between I mean, it's a big one, 480 all the way to 320, but we have the mids of it right here. So that's going to be the point of contention for the market. They're going to fight here. They put a captain setup long, and then they're failing it right here. So that's a negative behavior. That's a negative behavior, to be honest with you. I mean, that may give us an opportunity for an N. 40, 30, yeah, they're going to go and take it out. Here we go. Good morning, James. How are you, sir? Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, so we're pushing back up to Fast and Furious here. Man, oh man. Okay, so that's good. If you look at the 70 NT Rinco, you had yourself a captain set up a short, uh, six prong captain set up short. So that's the market failing this captain into a retracement and a push lower. We have a target. Target is 294. We'll reevaluate that target if we break anything above 362. The market is in harmony on the short side. The short side is active. Next target is 269. Target coming up, 269. Target hit. Next target, 244 half. We'll reevaluate that target if we break anything over 315. Target coming up. Target hit. Next target is 219 half. Reevaluate that target anything above 300. Fast and Furious. Testing harmony zone number 2. Yeah, so they're going to go take that 300, or they're trying at least. Wow, look at that. So reversal right here. Wow. Bro, what are they doing over here? Futures, how we doing, buddy? Fast and Furious target is 419. What do we do with all this craziness? Target 419. We're back into that zone that we had resistance in early on, which is the mids of the opening range. And it's only 6 minutes, and we're seeing this parabolic price action back and forth. We have a target. We have Globex at 569.5. So that's just going to be an attractant. So if the price keeps doing making higher lows, there's a good chance that we will end up getting to 569.5. To reevaluate the behavior, we have to break under 360. So we'll monitor how the market reacts to it. Man, that system that I got going on here is trading away too. Let me see here. I think it's down a little bit from the overnight session, but it's trying to recover. Let's see. How we doing, guys? You guys are okay? Just checking on you. So far, it ran into a bunch of stops, and it's down only about $1,000 from overnight. So it's trying to recover. So we'll see how it performs. It's running at 33% right now. It ran into this, and now we're coming up with a couple of good trades. I think my equity was as much as 13 to 6 to 11,475. So okay, so we took a little bit of heat here. All right, let's see how it ends up doing by the end of the day, right? Testing harmony zone number 2. Target is 469.5. Big picture stuff. I mean, this is about to reverse here. For all practical reasons, we're at the top end of that range, and we're coming back in trying to protect the price action, but ultimately you really kind of have to clear the 500 and come back and retest to break this channel. We're at an area where the market can reverse here. So far, one of the measurements, the market is in sync on the long side. So we have a target of 469, and the buyers are stepping in. So we're seeing them here and here. I mean, that's a bigger retracement that threatened the structure, and the market defended it. Target coming up, right? 469. They're dancing around that level, right? They're dancing around this level, 469 and a half. They keep coming up to it and retracing. What's holding is harmony zone number 1. And we have a target of 469. Market is out of sync. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. It looks like the market is kind of firming up here, to be honest with you, and the odds of hitting that target is higher for 469. I mean, them coming at the bottom here, picking off harmony zone number 2, running up and coming back and holding on to zone 1. Here we go, target hit. Next target is 494 half. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with that target. Then ultimately this 569 half is something that the market is gravitating toward. As long as we continue to protect 394 or 400, the personality of this type of price action is higher lows into Globex. Protect this, you'll get to this. You have all that potential. Make higher lows along the way. That's the big idea. Where would we see issues? If we start breaking 432, like in the next 10 minutes, then that tells me that, you know, the pressure is back on. Some distribution here, some distribution. We just have to see if they can hold it. Yeah, we don't want to see, for example, we don't want to see 446. Like if we see it again, that's a captain setup short on the 70 NT Renko, and that will lead to a distribution that will take us to the 20s. So we need to protect it, and it's early. It's early on. Yeah, that 446 is a captain setup short. So protect it. Market needs to protect it. You fail it here, we'll get a little bit of a downdraft in the market. I mean, they're teasing it here. They got close. I'm glad they didn't. Here we go. That's good. Target is hit. Next target is 519. That 46 it needed to hold big time. You're gonna do very good, Matthew. You're gonna do very good on this. We got ourselves a Globex run. Now we're at the bottom end of a Globex run, so resistance can start coming in there, pausing the price, and depending on how the next pullback is going to react determines how strongly we're going to get to that 569. But that's kind of the mode of the market right now. So what I was talking about earlier is this, you know, right here, that 46 is. So it needed to protect the 46s because a close under it would have produced a captain setup short. So that would have at least paused the market. And the fact that they did this, got so close and bounced back, is very bullish. Do you piece out or just all in, all out? 20K? All in, brother? Yeah, yeah. Yes, I do. Balls to the walls, baby. Let's go. That's 20K in the pocket. You gotta like it. Okay. Longs are still in charge, and we're pushing to 544 half. 544 half coming up. Let's go. Where's ES? I need to put ES back up here because it's let's see here. We need to be talking about ES. All right, big picture stuff right here. So we have the break of this channel and the market has momentum and it's going to our, big targets. Oh, look at that. Look at Globex coming up. Well, that was the target right there. Very nice. Very, very nice. ES is moving up. Look at ES here with this captain setup. I mean, that we needed to see this actually. That's a massive, massive captain setup short that led to this kind of structure pullback. Right now, where we at, the market is going to try to come up to harmony zone number 2 and see how they behave. But definitely there is support by ES to this move. We're slowing down here as we approach that big target. Okay, that's the deeper pullback. Let's see if my my strategy thing is working here. Has a trade right here going. It has a target of at 546. They're trying to fade it here. See how that one works. Bit of a rejection on a lower high. All right, take care, bud. Market is out of sync here. There's a level of distribution going on. I mean, if we don't kind of break that 46s here soon, we're gonna probably pull back to the 88s. So we need the market to kind of firm up. I mean, would I go short here? I'm not gonna go short till the market gets to 469, then runs up. Yeah, here we go. The 88s are coming. All right. I mean, let them reverse this market to 469. I mean, we got very close to that target. We got 4 minutes, 4 minutes to the top of the hour, and we got another run up to target. Target is 569. Fast move lower. I mean, it's a confirmed distribution level here. I mean, you got a stop run into another stop run and into a pullback. So that is literally the definition of a consolidation in this range. Market is out of sync again. And the speed in which this price action kind of came through or in is above average. It wasn't just an orderly pullback, it was just a fast sell pressure. So that tells you that there's aggressive sellers that are coming in here, you know, trying to cash out from this run. Unless we are pulling to 469, I'm still biased toward that target of 569. So just either one of those has to happen. So far, we have 2 attempts at harmony zone number 2, and the market is just holding up. I'm gonna give it a shot here. Yeah. I need a 520 like quick. I'm gonna take a small stop. It's 5-point stop. It's just too noisy. Well, now it's gonna work, right? Oh yeah, look at these bastards. That's fine. Target is 569. Market is in sync on the long side with a defensive price at 494. So they're making higher lows. I mean, that favors that target of 569. It's not it's not going immediately. It's just consolidating. The next 45. All right, they're moving it again. We need the defensive move right here. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. Here comes that market pulling back again. It's 9 o'clock. Am I trading the 50? I'm showing the 50 up here because it's a lot smoother for most people to kind of follow the overall trend. But I still have the 20 on my other screen, and I look at that closely. So You know, the 20 can be very, very fast. Make sense? All right, what are they doing here? Yeah. Usually, I mean, you're looking at the bigger picture. Here we go. Yeah, it's just a distribution level. It's a stop run environment where if I'm, you know, I want to take the stop runs in the direction of the 200, which is long, to the target of 569, and my area where I will suspend that behavior is 480. If we start breaking 480, then we're not playing that game. Okay, 15. This is too noisy. Too noisy. Too noisy. Pullbacks are good. I mean, I'll give it a shot. Let's see. No bueno. '40s, give me '40s. You should be going to the '40s. I'll take that profit. 23 to 36, 13 points. I'd like to stick around a little bit longer, but this price is just not. The momentum is a little bit off of it. All right, so what is the market doing? Playing games that nobody cares about, basically. There's a lot of distribution levels coming in here, a lot of consolidation patterns, a lot of stop runs. The market made a move and it's trying to digest it. You start breaking anything over 535, the longs are back in charge. Where we at right now is just a whole lot of sideways nothingness. Okay, the market is back in business in a way. 13 is a good spot. Okay, let's see if we can get something going. We need 40. The 40 will lead to the 50. And I'm gonna go and reduce my exposure. I'm adding to it. Getting to the 40. Let's go. You know you want it. You know you want that 40. Come on, buddy. Taking one off to help with the trade. And let's go. Let's go. Come on, baby. Ticket. Thank you. That's nice. That's a good one. And he had more to boot. It was given a whole lot more. But the 40 was just a good spot. And I had an in with an ad for 2 contracts, paid one off for about $200 on 10, like on one contract, and about 550 on the second one. Let's look for another one. How is ES doing? Our big target got, we reached that. Now we have another target of 594. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with a target of 594. All right, guys. So what we got going on here? I mean, my exit there, I thought I was a superstar on that one. I mean, look where it's at. Good stuff. Good stuff going on here. Target is 619 half, and then we have target number 2 to hit, and then target number 3 will be 674 half. We don't necessarily want to see 594. That would lead to a captain setup short on 50. If you look at the bigger picture here, you could see that how the market produced a high captain setup, which is usually they struggle. And this one struggled a little bit, but they came in with a accumulation phase, 532 half, got the market back in sync, and we shot up from there. So that tells us how that move happened. Now we have a captain setup short. So we're expecting a pullback to Globex to retest. So just kind of be on the lookout for that. But be honest with you, I mean, even with this captain setup, you're coming into Globex and Harmony Zone number 1. So there's a lot of buyers stepping in. You could be stepping in here. Even here, they're stepping in, which tells you, I mean, they gave you just a candle and a quarter. Not much. Next target is 644. Hey Jay, sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, I mean it was a tricky market. I mean, the minute they did this right here, broke, came back and retested that break. Um, the market was just a tent long. The day is young, you'll get him back. I mean, here we go again. They're trying to pause it with this potential captain setup short at 682. If they close 682, which they just did, we're looking for a pullback. 245 60. I mean, they're about to fail this thing to the upside. I mean, unless they come in back down to that 32, 35 again one more time. If they do, I'll take a shot at it short. But you have to be at 32. If they don't, they don't. 32, 30. Yeah, they're still trying to hold it here. 32, 30. Yep, yep, yep. Come on. Get in there. They're getting tired up here. One more push. Yeah, they just couldn't do it. That's fine. I mean, the longs are in charge. Our target is 669, and then we have targets higher all the way up to 822. So if they get where they're at right now and then they fail below 644, that can be very problematic for the longs. When I say problematic, I'm saying that they're probably going to pull this market down to harmony zone number one, which is the 20s. We're definitely slowing down on the average candle. All right, let's see here. My stop is above, and So I took one off to help with the trade, and I want to see that flush. Here it comes. We just need a little bit more. We're already at target number 1 in that rotation. Stop jacking with it. Yeah, they're jacking with it. I'll take it right here. It's about 48. Oh my Lord, here we go. And off they go. I mean, I still made money, but you know. Shit. Oh. No, I mean, I'm looking at both. I mean, safe. I was always looking at the 50 and the 70, always. And then I just execute on the 20. They all have to kind of play in concert together. Like whenever, like the same, see the same concept that we're just looking at right here, where the market, like how many times have we seen him put a good captain setup and roll it over, and then they do that one candle reversal right above it. So that just tells you that they understand the powers to be that are trying to trap the living hell out of us. They understand, a very, you know, compressed market that rotates, and that most people will try to bet on the break. So they break against the actual break, then they break it down on everybody because they're just trying to run some stops. So they're understanding that, and we're trying to think ahead of them of how to trap them as they are trying to trap us. I may be overthinking this a little bit, but that's kind of the idea. Somebody's trapping somebody over here, right? You just have to. We have to understand how they're doing it. Look at that. Like I want my shit back right now. Hamid, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Still a good trade. Maybe not the full potential, but never go broke. Taking profits. Testing harmony zone number 2, which is support. Back to Globex, the market now is in sync on the short side. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis, and let's go. We are looking for, I mean, right here, this is a first touch basis after this break, right? So what they do typically here is they rally this thing up. So we're probably going to see a bit of a counter, and we want to see if we have failures higher into harmony zone number one. I mean, see that? That's just how it's going to start trapping people, right? Let them run it to the 602. It's the first touch right here. Here it comes. 602, come on. So 602, and you need to see, yeah, well, you need to see a reversal under the whole number. Market is out of sync. I'm a little bit ahead of it, and I know it. I need a flush. Here we go. Thank you. And out. Thank you. I know I'm gonna regret the exit in about 2 seconds, but I don't care. I'll keep making 300 bucks at a time if I have to. I mean, I'm covering ahead of Globex. They're gonna jack with people here. That's what they do. I mean, in order for me to hold on to something bigger, I need to be trading under Globex, not above it. That's in harmony zone number two. That's an area where the shorts need to show capacity. Otherwise, the whole thing is going to go back up to 644, and then they'll start testing 60s into the 700s. So there's a food fight going on here in this market, and the food fight over the health of this range in and around Globex. They know a lot of traders will try to get short right at or in and around this area. So how do you trap them first? Look at the first trap is right here. Because you see that one reversal right there at Globex. I mean, you're just like sitting there salivating about the potential of breaking this. You get short here, then they do this to you, and then you add to it, and you add to it, and then you add to it, and then you're all out. And even here you're adding to it, because that's just a, oh, they're pausing, they're consolidating. I mean, from here all the way up here, they take you out right there, then they pull it back in. That's the trap, and that's the Globex trap. So they know they can do this multiple times, and they almost get most people most often around this zone. So trap the trapper. And here you go. So now target is 669.5. Yeah, they're testing. I mean, they needed to hold that whole number. I mean, look at them now. I mean, there's an opportunity for a scalp here to the 620. Yeah, there is one. As long as we continue to hold on to that 600, I mean, they could try to flush back. They're picking up stops, and right here you really kind of have to break above 613. If you don't, then the market is going to collapse back down to 569 eventually. So where we at is an area where I'm gonna take a shot at it, and it's a risky one, because they could just flush it like right now, and I'll take a 20-point risk. Yep. Come on, run it up. Nope. Okay, thank you. That's a stop. I know that was literally the last attempt that they can make to protect that price. So if it's either gonna work, it's gonna work for big money, and if it doesn't, I'll take my stop and move on. Still up for the day, and let's go for the market right now. Look what they've done. So they are and that's another one. They produced a captain setup short on the 200 NT Renko, right? Boom. So rallies are shortable against that structure. It's a big structure. The probability of us closing under 50 is very high. So I just need a better price and I'll get in there. They're tricky again, right? Testing harmony zone. Okay, here we go. They're playing around. They're playing games around Globex. That's two switch trades in a row. So that means that the market is going to go up to harmony zone number 1. I definitely don't want to just trade in and around Globex. Either they go up higher and they give us a short, or they break 544 and yeah, here we go. Come on, let's go. First touch base is into the 603. 603. What are you doing at 603? Yeah. You gonna give me something or no? Yeah, maybe. Here we go. Huh. We need them under 90. That's the key. Under 90. Yeah. And nope. Okay. I'm taking one off to help pay for the trade, and I need 90. Yeah, they're a little bit stronger up here. I take, what is that, 10-point stop. We need 90. Okay, good for them. All right. Yeah, they're gonna hit 20 and fade. The only issue with that idea is I'm not moving my stop. I mean, they're touching harmony zone number 2. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's kind of what they want to do. That's fine. I mean, hey, I'll get back in. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We made all that money back. See how that was tricky, but the problem is just once I have my stop, I have my stop. I ain't moving it. It's gonna be what it is. They're gonna come and screw me up over there. That's fine. I'll just take another trade. I'm not gonna sweat it. But that made me whole. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Look at these bastards. Tricky. Target 544. Target is hit. Next target is 519. Let's go. Rallies are shortable. I know you're front running my stop, Jay. Stop doing it. Target is 519. I mean, that kind of puts us in a position for a big trade, be honest with you. Because that's holding up here. Can lead to 500, can lead to all the way down to 400. That setup that we're in. Testing harmony zone number 1 again. So back at how we doing, Sheila, Marty, where you at, Marty? Ralph, what you got going on, Ralph? James, you're quiet today. Jay, are you back even, or you made money? Future trader. Okay, so here they're playing around with glowbacks, and here we go, here we go. Let's see. They're gonna try to push this thing. Yeah. I mean, you see how they just kind of zigzag people all around Globex. Globex is notorious for this. We don't want to necessarily overtrade Globex. Like they need to kind of come in there and trade under 60 here. Oh no, man, that's the most important part. Focus on the money or focus on the trading. Absolutely. Testing harmony zone number 2. You break glowbacks, we have a chance at momentum. If you don't, we got to trade under 60. Here they come. All right, take care, Ralph. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. And we're looking for prices under 60 to start the process of momentum. The market right now is just oscillating around Globex. It makes it very choppy and trappy. Too many adjectives here, but that's what it makes you feel. You're dancing nowhere. 560, here we go. That's good to see. 60s are coming in here. Lower 60s or below 60s. That would be important. Uh-oh. Captain setup. They needed the 60s. That's a captain setup long that they put on. They have to fail that to create momentum on the downside. So that tells me that the short idea is taking a break. Yeah, they put that one in there. So that what does that tells me? It tells me, do I want to go short? I mean, do I want to go long in the face of this captain setup? No, not really. What does this remind me of? Look at that. Captain setup. Actually, this one gave you a couple of candles, then came back up there. Trying to go long in that, then you got this market right after it. So I'm keeping an eye on that sort of behavior. You got captain set up one candle and then a massive attempt at reversal. I mean, they could reverse it or run it up to 700 and bring it back and collapse that structure. So we need to just watch. Like, do I want to go along here? In the face of this captain setup, no. Personally. But do I want to go short here? They need to prove themselves again. Here we go. They need to prove themselves. How do they prove themselves? Well, the first thing they gotta do is trade right under 581. You do that, then I have a shot at breaking this captain setup, breaking Globex, and then going lower. So patience for me here is not a bad idea. excuses. Target coming up at 669. So the market put on a captain setup long and just kind of ran it over. We're coming up to these levels where this captain setup produced one, and then now we're reversing. So I'm going to compare this to what they've done here. August the 5th, captain setup, 2 candles came tested, and the market made a significant move lower. I mean, significant. So now here it's a little bit different. The market is rolling over this captain setup, and the key is 593.75. You break that, then that confirms the distribution level around here and confirms rallies being shortable with bigger targets to 500 and 400 to retest. So that would be very significant for the swing trader short to do that. If they keep making higher lows along the way, then 700, 750, 800, that's what they're going to do. So if I want to be short, I need that 595. I'm not going to mess around. That has to happen first. If I see a scalp long, it's going to be a very quick scalp because the market here is very vulnerable for correction. That's what we're talking about. Do I want to get cute? I think I just got cute. Well, let's see. I mean, they're gonna... Oh, yeah. She's gonna run it up. Okay, flatted one. Let's go to 20. Let's go to 20. 20. Here comes. And that puts me in a better position, but I gotta tighten up my stops. I'm gonna go right here, which is immediately got stopped. Okay, so that's a flat. Now we're gonna watch it run up. There you go. That's a little bit too tight, too early. I knew it. That's fine. No harm done. But that technical damage is important to see because that tells us that a break under 600 is going to flush us. Actually, to be exact, the 593, we get there, we're going to start selling hard. Who's this? Shaba, okay. When you were shown that clean chart, how do you know the level price are going to go? Because the system tells you where the prices are going to go. I mean, it projects to you the levels that are coming up according to the structure that the market is in. The more you see it, yeah, the more you'll start connecting the dots of how it exactly works. But it's fairly simple. We got a target, and if you look at your top left-hand corner of the screen, you see the harmony targets. So the target is 694.5. So that's what I'm going to be calling out next, right? That's the big target. Then you have reversal. If you go to 94, the structure changes. Then you have zone number 1 and 2, which are support. Then you have targets here, the short-term targets. You have swing trade targets, and you have short-term targets. So this way you know if you're scalping what you're looking for, and if you're going for big targets, what you're looking for. So there's no guessing going on here. So you're going for target number 3. We already hit target number 3 in this rotation, so this is the second time coming up to that level. So you gotta have to be a little bit careful. Definitely, where I got in here, that was my plan to go 640, go to 672, then go to my swing trade target of 695. Then I stopped myself out for a small profit on the first one, and then I went break even too quickly and they stopped me. But that's the idea there. We did the same thing over here. We made money after a stop. Then what did we make here? We made a little bit of money here. We went short nicely right here, made money. And we did the same thing here. We took one off and then took a bigger move upward. And what else did we do? That's really small stop here, 5 points. So that's basically based on structure. All right, so we hit target number 3 in this rotation. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. Target is 694.5. To protect the price action, we need to protect 620. So a pullback to 620 can damage the structure of price action. We need something a little bit more solid. Next target is 694 half. Price coming up. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis against Harmony Zone number 1, which is 44 by 34. Let's go. All right, technical damage. We're retesting Harmony Zone number 1. All right, baby, let's go. So what happened if the market closes at 663? 663. That will get a retargeting of target number 3. Here we go. What is the market doing here? We're testing harmony zone number 1, which is support, and we're getting this distribution right after a stop run. So to cut the stop run, coming back to retest, trapping behavior within a range. We'll see how they handle the harmony zone number 2, which is the last line of defense to this structure. So if I want to get cute with this market, ooh, look at the speed. That's a speed. That's a fast one. And that could be a bit of a change the market is making, which we talked about earlier. A break under the 593, that is significant. It is significant because now what do you see? Confirmation of a channel. That means the market establishing channel number 2 and closing, and then the stop of that channel is 669. Then you're looking, here we go, 550, 500, 400. These are the targets. And they're big ones too. Now that the question is entry. So where would we see trouble is 640 to 655. If the market gets there, that is a challenge, a significant challenge to this move. Right now, you're looking for a target. Target is 569. We're right there already. We got there quickly, which is Globex. But we've seen what they've done in Globex. They're gonna play around with it for a little bit. So I wouldn't be too sad if we break above 600 and fail back in and then flush Globex. That would be a better setup than trying to get short right here in the face of a support. Older people. Okay. Yeah. Yep. How do you trap people here? You run the stops into 620. That's what they're gonna be doing. I'm looking to short that, but I need a higher structure away from Globex, so I could have distance between entry to target and beyond the target. If I'm getting short right here, it may work, but the distance between any entry I could have here versus a solid support is just too small, and I'll be very susceptible for this kind of noise that they're doing. Target's coming up. Target is hit. Next target is 544. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. We may start picking up some speed, guys. So just kind of be careful here. $602. Let's see how they handle 602. That's good. That's good. Let's let them rally back up a little bit, and we'll start looking for an entry. Our target is 544. I mean, that is just a meat grinder right here. All right, the market is back in sync on the short side. And we're starting to get a little bit of a momentum on the downside. All right, we're getting momentum. We're starting to get momentum here. I mean, we have 544 is our deal, so we gotta see what they want to do here. Momentum coming in to 519. All right, guys, here we go. How are you guys doing? It's a bit quiet here, but we're seeing this pattern of grinding lower. We expected this to kind of start showing a push toward that 500. 560, 519 is the next target. Then we have a target under that, a target number 3, which is 460. And off you go. Don't fall asleep in this market, huh? Next target is 519 half. Hmm. 519, and they come back and retest. Okay. Grind, grind, grind lower, then just blow all the stops out. I mean, they still have the shorts still have a chance here, but they revisited this level too many times, and the odds of 619 reversal now is just higher. So let's go. How's everybody doing? Are you smiling? Are you trading? Are you making it? Are you making some money? A bit of a rejection here. Punching air. Good job, James. I mean, it's a couple of spots. The market, when the market is consolidating like that and you're fading, it just seems to, you know, seems to work, right? I mean, the early on break was a solid one where a trend trader can come in there and pick off a couple of spots for a push. Then once the market got here, boy, you just basically you're just gonna have to be a fader, fade in, fade out. See, the market gets in sync and then out of sync so quick. Like right here, yeah, look at that. See, just that's just a sign of a market that is a skunk. Here comes Globex again. Here we go again. They're taking out the stops. Market out of sync. How's the buy doing? I think it's in bad shape today. Let me take a look. I mean, you say bad shape, but let me see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Give me a second. Why is it not active? Okay, here we go. All right, so it's active. Let me take a look and see what it's doing. So you got 7 grand yesterday. I mean, this is running 24 hours, right? Just kind of got underwater. I'm actually interested in seeing how it recovers. So, I mean, obviously, I'm going to run it all the way through the whole session and see how well they recover, if any. It's running at 26%. So even at 52, it made 5,200. So at 25, I think the break even is 36s. So it's 10% under that, and we're right here. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, it's not a hyperactive trader. It's gonna look for structural moves and get in there. So what is the market doing here? Rallies are shortable I mean, right now with this flip, that flip is nasty actually, because now you're protecting that channel. So rallies back up as long as they continue to hold on under 600. We have 500 target, 450 and 400. Yeah, David, it's not an easy day by any stretch of the imagination, but guess what? We will come out ahead. Yeah, it should push up a little bit. Let's see how far they want to go with it. Okay, here we go. All right. Question is why you're not copy trading. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Hey, DJ Mike. Man, good to see you, buddy. All right, we got to move here. We got to move. Yeah, so that one paid. Boom. So that's going to help out with the recovery. All right, guys. I mean, the market is just making multiple rotations lower. We're picking up some speed and momentum. 494.5 is our next target. Then we have targets lower into 481 and 436s. Coming up on that 469. Let's go. He does both. Yeah, he's not in today. He's traveling. All right, guys. Couple of news. We will be doing some giveaways soon. I'm just putting the structure to it, so just stay tuned to that. And I'm working on getting set up for the Asian market trading, and I'll be sending notices. And if you're not a subscriber of our YouTube channel, get on it, because that's where you're gonna see a lot of the notifications come out. And the Asia, if once we start doing the Asian market, you'll start seeing our stream pop up there too. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Great things are coming. No, yeah, yeah. No, but he always gets the big accounts. He doesn't get like a $50,000 account. He gets the maximum, 150 and higher, and he just adds when the trade is working. So that's how you see him in 10 contracts. I wasn't. I'm not sure if that specific one that we were talking about. Um, he was doing it in his. I think he was doing it in his personal. Captain set up long on the 70 NT Rinko, so we're expecting a counter move going into 27. So, Mike, I'm going to share something with you very quickly here. No, it's no big deal, James. Trust me. I mean, the sizing part is just a function of an account. Hey, Mike, let's take a look here. Strategy. Where is it? I think this is the one, yeah. Okay, so this is a data mining algo. Okay, so this data mining algo. Hold on, let me just enable it because it didn't. Okay, give me a second. All right, are you with me? Here we go. So I because the kind of questions. Okay. You come up with a data mining algo that goes into every aspect of the signal and then gather information. You take that information and you start, you know, you take it through a whole process that takes you to machine learning. And through machine learning, it will figure out, for example, an idea like this. Once we have a harmony zone touch first time, what is the setup that happens right after it that gives you the highest probability of X risk versus, you know, a reward of 3 times as much? Okay, so like if you just go to Ninja Trader, um, as good as Ninja Trader is at, you know, back testing this, that, and the other, it's never gonna be as good, or it's not gonna give you as much information as you truly need to get your signal honed in. Okay, so if you use the analyzer, but the analyzer is going to be limited to few fields that you're just selecting, but can you ask information, like once this signal happened within the first 5 candles, what is the exact pattern that, if it happens, gives me a 60% probability of a move, and in which environment um, that does it work more than others. Well, I mean, okay, so data mining is what you're doing. You're creating a data data algorithm, data collection algorithm. Then, I mean, the one that you're seeing here is just I sat there and programmed that one, and it's just giving me like, okay, so I'll give you an example of what that looks like. Price speed, okay, like how many ticks per second. The candle that you are in right now, how many seconds are we in it? The medium candle, because I just enabled it, does not have that data yet, but it's going to give you a medium of candles, and then it's going to calculate the delay, meaning if we're here we go. Yeah, now we're starting to get some data here. Okay, so now for example, if the current candle we are in, and the medium speed is this, how much this current candle is delayed or faster than the median. So that type of price data, I can, once I take it into an analyzer, then from an analyzer to machine learning, I could use those parameters to program it into the auto trader. So this way I can fine tune, hey, listen, if the price around my entry is 10 times as fast, well, that means if I'm using first touch base Harmony zone number 1, and the price is 10 times as fast, the odds of me getting stopped out is higher. So pass on that trade. See what I'm saying? But that, you have to get to where that data is significant. And you could do questions like, between all the stops, what's the common denominator? You'll find speed as one common denominator. So but if you're doing it subjectively and or based on observation, it's very limited. It's helpful, but it's very limited. It needs to be completely data driven. Yeah. Anyway. So contact, okay, come just do sticks validation. Production, so severe star. Is it passing or not? Yeah, look at that. I mean, the market just gave us a captain setup short and then went. Oh, I know, I know. I know. Most of them do that. But that's just part of the analysis. I'm going to take all that data and then go from there and say, hey, listen, am I better off with a 20-point stop and a 20-point target? Or am I better over time? Because you don't want to go 50-50, right? You want to go to where you're Let me see here. Let me just get rid of this for a second and take that. See, that's the thing. That's the thing that, I mean, I understand your question, and that question cannot be answered subjectively. I mean, you're saying, because what's the issue that most of us will have developing a system is we type fit it to a market, and we start changing our values of stop to target based on observation of what we're seeing on a limited set of data. So all of a sudden you start asking question, well, what if I reduce my stop to 150 and a target of 700? What would be my result? Okay, so do you have 10,000 trades you could measure data with those parameters on exactly in the same spot? You just don't. And then what happens is you start tweaking it to just the market that you're looking at. Then the market changes and the results gets worse. Then you try to change it again, and it gets it gets better. Then the market shifts and it gets worse, and then you're chasing your tail every single part of that process, because your decision making process is not data driven, it's simply observational driven. So you got to move out of that phase to where you develop an algo to collect massive data, create an analyzer specific to your idea that you're doing, not a generic ninja trader type of analyzer. Then you go from there to the big step, which is machine learning. That's my thought process on that. Every aspect of an idea that you have, it needs to have massive amount of data supporting that action. It cannot be, oh, I read it from a book, or it looks good. You know, we've been down that rabbit hole before, right? So is speed and speed is not integrated in that auto that I'm showing you guys. But that's just the data I'm collecting. I haven't come up to that conclusion yet. I mean, it's a process. It takes some time. Well, let's see if that damn thing improved any. Should have improved a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, it improved. I mean, we're down 3,500. We picked up 1,200 bucks on the last couple of trades. So I'm interested here to see how well we do by the end of the day, how we're gonna end. Because yesterday was a bit of a rough day too, but it ended up really performing well. I don't think so, man. I don't think it was green at any point today. But I'm running it 24/7. So another thing that I just noticed that you mentioned, Mike, is you started to filter for time, and you just be careful of that. That is a kiss of death in system development, because since we don't have institutional level data on that signal, you start seeing a pattern where between 9 and 10 or 10 and 11 or something like that, where it's working. But the reality is a healthy system has to make money on a big sample on all time frames. Then you start looking at where the clustering of more trades. So if there's a clustering of more trades between, let's call it 9 to 11, and that cluster is positive too, then you could go and fine tune it and say, hey, within that cluster, there's a band that is even more profitable, and then you take that band. But if the system across the 24 hours loses money big time in bunch of time frames, but makes it in a, right now in a block of 9 till 11 on a data set that is 1,000 trades, that is extremely misleading. Does that make sense? Becca, yeah, is trading one mini. You don't have to trade, like, it doesn't have to trade one mini. I just have it on one mini, and we're about to pick up another profit here on this one. So it picked up 1 second, and that's the third one in a row. So I mean, it's coming along from a rat to not so. Here we go. All right, let's go. Not too far away from a break even. Next target is 444. Excellent, Becca. We may end up, finding a way to work that out with you, Becca, on this auto system. Let's talk about it. We'll see what we could do. Will you own tonight? What do you mean? Will I what? Oh, for the Asian session? I'm not there yet. This week is I'm just trying to figure out a couple of things. But today is what, Thursday? So tomorrow. So I'm gonna probably start it next week. Because I want to do that, then do the giveaway along with it. So next week is gonna be the big week. Get that going. So we got an Apex giveaway, free accounts and things like that, and there's more things coming along with it. So, um, so in the stream, after the stream is done, we'll just play a game or something and give a giveaway. Becca, I'm gonna send you a message. if we break 70, we'll start picking up some steam here, because 70 is a captain like 69 and a quarter to be exact, will be a captain setup short. Captain setup short. So if they don't do that, then we're just gonna have to kind of, okay. The market is right here. I mean, they're putting a captain setup long on this, on the 100. So that's a base, and they're challenging that base. But that just tells me that the market is trying to make a higher low and push past the 500. So you just got to be very, very careful trying to get short here. We almost need to see a break under 460 to requalify this market on the short side. All right, so I mean that's where we at right here. That captain setup has really made a push. DJ, anything clicked on your side? All right, all right, all right. Now watch out here. They're coming back in at 482. Hmm. Yeah, I know. That's crazy, right? So you're getting, I mean, you're getting that captain set up short. Then you're getting a test of harmony zone number two. It just, yeah, you're getting this captain set up long on the 100. So the market is basically, let's take a look at the bigger picture. Consolidated, broke down. We talked about breaking the 550, the 500, the 450, and potentially go to the 400 and test. So what the market is doing right here is backing and filling and seeing if there's any true demand up at these levels. And if they don't, then they're going to sell it back to 450 and hit the 400 and continue. We gotta be patient and wait and see, right? I mean, where would we know? One spot is like 482, because you break 482, then that's, yeah, we're about to get there. right, we're getting continuation. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 444, man. We'll start playing with that number. We're gonna blast everybody out of this thing down to the 400s, and that's ultimately where a big chunk of buyers are gonna be. So we're coming into the body of this captain setup, and that's just the price action is holding up here. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what they've been doing, right? Yeah, we don't want to see anything over 510. Yeah, here we go. That kind of kills it. They need to come back in harder. Like they need to trade under 90. Yeah, I mean that's how harmony zone number 2 to the tick. They got to 520 and they're backing off. Yeah, I mean, they could reject it here again. I mean, they're grinding up. I mean, the big idea is they got a captain set up long and they defended it. So that just kind of puts the price action in a little bit on the defensive. Not defensive, the shorts are on the defense. Because that's just a long formation. You know, so that how do they prove that the shorts are significant and they're coming back to protect? I mean, to resume, you almost have to break 480. So you have to close the 494. You're gonna bounce because you have a whole number that you're playing around with, and then come to the 480, survive that bounce, and then flush under 480. Anything less than that, you're dealing with a market that is trying to protect this structure right here. Captain setup and a retest. When do you know that the shorts are just failing, period? Anything over 540. Actually, if you get there, 544 is a complete reversal. And then you have a candle that is long. And the odds are 80% of the time, once the market gets up here, they'll close above. So that's kind of the stats that we're dealing with. That doesn't mean they wouldn't crush it, but there's more chance that the market will close higher up here to 544 than it closing all the way down to 444. 12 o'clock right now. I'm gonna call it a day. Things are slow. We made our money early this morning. It's time to go hit the gym and just kind of enjoy the rest of the day. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. All right? Take care. Have a good one.